There we go. Sorry. I just had to finish eating my ice cream. All right, let's continue. We took a nap. We managed to read the file.
You return to the fold. You leave the trousers.
Yep, we're done with the trousers. All right, let's try to get this guy some medical attention.
Raw information atomizes itself. On the other side of the world, a phone rings. But no one answers. The phone keeps ringing. The ringing continues. Neurons light up along your spine, flickering erratically.
Shit, hang up.
Downstairs, you hear the sound of Constans moving about.
You tried calling, but no one answered. Well, it's 6:40 in the morning. I think that's a reasonable outcome.
I'll print.
Any faxes?
Nothing, I'm afraid. I'll be here if you require.
Okay. Anything on TV?
Bagman gestures wildly on the
Oh my god.
The sounds from the...
Let's see. I don't know when the doctor was open. Let's go and investigate. Come on.
Small white flowers have opened up at the touch of a sunbeam. Tight buds unfurling. Pale, fragile things. A delicate fragrance rises from the bush. Jasmine.
They smell so nice. Maybe this will help me relax a little.
You breathe in jasmine and cold air, soft and thin as hope. You blink. An hour has passed.
God damn.
The sunbeam is passing too.
It was worth it. Let's head down to the docks. It was here. Is that the doctor? He looks like a doctor.
Unwise to your presence, a lanky young man presses the handset against his flushed cheek. It practically clings to it, like a shipwrecked survivor holding onto a piece of driftwood.
Hold on, I have to do this.
I don't know how much time we have. You have to help me fill it in.
Whatever the person on the other end of the line has to say to that, it makes the man's eyes squeeze shut and his mouth slacken in a guttural groan. The line appears to be occupied.
I can't possibly perform under these conditions. You have to make me.
No miracle for me, it seems.
This boy man has beat you to it. His glasses are half fogged from the sweat beading on his upper lip.
Clear your throat.
No use. Sucked deep into the abyssal vortex of lust. He's beyond your reach.
The gap. I'm not even worthy to approach it on hands and knees. My little heart wouldn't be able to take it.
His voice drops to a strained whisper.
So this is what the miracle looks like firsthand.
Hey, are you gonna be much longer?
No response.
Really?
He's too deep in his own world.
Oh my god. You can't do that to me. But you really, really should.
He huddles closer to the phone and whispers.
A bubble just waiting to be burst.
Tap him on the shoulder.
With a jolt and a sharp glance, the young man pulls his shoulder away. This rocket is close to liftoff. No room for a co-pilot in that command capsule.
You know so much, and I so little. The power differential is grotesque. Highly problematic. Don't change it.
This man can't actually be employed, surely.
Whether or not he's employed, he's certainly occupied.
I'm your faithful dog. I know nothing. I question less.
Hey, I'm right here.
He whirls around, eyes ablaze with indignation.
This is a private phone call. Please excuse yourself.
He says, turning away to whisper into the receiver.
I'm surrounded by enemies. I think those old pilots sent her to listen in. Do I want her to watch? Oh, maybe, in theory, but you should see the way she's dressed. Her coat, it's see-through like a grocery bag.
No, it's not. Is it? It is. Fuck. Hey, this thing is meant to be see-through.
Ooh. He eyes you over his shoulder.
I asked you politely once. Now kindly wait your fucking turn.
Tell me that kind of language is unacceptable. It's the influence of the gap. I hardly recognize myself anymore.
I don't want to engage with phone sex with this guy.
He can barely keep still, visibly shaking, but also contorting himself into bizarre body knots as he talks.
Its dimensions, totally unknown, unknowable even. And yet it demands that I plan around it.
He drops his voice to a whisper, seemingly aware of your presence. He wheels around and faces you.
The fuck are you doing? Are you stalking me?
I need to use that phone.
Oh, you'd like to make a call? Good for you. Learn some fucking manners. Nothing. I just ably defeated one of the local lumpen prole. Nothing compared to the mysterious gap. I've got to go. I'll call you again. When it's safe.
With that, the man gently sets the handset back in its cradle and slinks off into the city. Now's your chance to see what this miracle line is all about.
I'm gonna check when the doctor's open. 1 to 5 p.m. something. No, it's open. Patient charts left out in the open. The half skull above a bib of organs makes you shudder. High-end medical equipment gathering dust. He spends his days sitting with his back to his memories.
Welcome to the clinic. My name is Dr. Hugo. How can I help you?
The man takes a measured sip of water from a clay cup, as he eyes you carefully. Behind him, shelves heaving with medical textbooks.
I've never seen a clinic on a boat before.
Yes, it's different, isn't it? I find that it is much easier to connect with my patients than it was at my old practice in Sunset.
The Sunset is an upper-class district north of Keysok. A great fall for someone of his professional stature. The heavy floorboards are spotted with motor oil and boot prints.
Seems fine enough.
Yes, well, it suits my purposes well enough.
The floorboards groan. The hole scrapes the side of the canal.
What sort of practice are you running here?
Family medicine.
He folds his hand in front of him, face fixed in a placid half smile.
The sort of serene, approachable expression that is considered key to good bedside manner.
You see a lot of patients all the way back here.
Oh.
He cranes his head to look out the porthole window.
A man stands in front of the payphone, clutching the receiver.
No, he left. Don't tell me he is phone sexing that guy. What sort of things do people come to you for?
Broken legs, heat stroke, parasites, ringworm, distemper. I'm somewhat of a generalist.
Distemper is not a human disease.
Are you sure you're a human doctor?
Of course I'm a real doctor. What a ludicrous question.
He nods towards the framed certificates and the waxy, vivisected statue. He did not directly answer your question.
A real human doctor would have a real human medical license. You should give his a look if you get the chance.
I've got some other questions.
Of course.
I'd like to ask you a medical question.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What makes someone go completely catatonic? An empty vessel where a human being used to be.
Catatonia is an incredibly general symptom. It could be caused by anything from overdose to meningitis to a stroke. I'd need to see the patient to venture a guess.
Listen, man, this is an emergency.
Then why are you here and not at the hospital?
The thing is, he's not really mobile at the moment.
He angles his head slightly as he looks at you impassively.
Could you recommend another doctor at least?
Someone would be reckless enough to diagnose a patient in absentia. I don't recommend such a doctor at all.
Warning noted. Where can I find them?
All right. Party Alley. There's a clinic there, run by one. Gonzalo Gonza.
As he pronounces the name Gonza, a hair-tingling scream echoes along the canal. Probably unconnected.
He might be willing to help. Frankly, you two may even get along.
Say he was fine medically until he listened to a weird audio disc. What then?
I suppose audio could trigger some sort of neurological event, but they are exceedingly rare. More than likely, it's a coincidence. He may have sat down, put on his headphones, and then had a massive cardiac event. Substance use is also rampant in musical subcultures, I've been told.
Pretend it's theoretical. He's stable, no injuries, no drugs.
No, it would all be guesswork, which is unwise, medically or ethically.
Well, he already did
Someone
that.
would be reckless. All right.
As he pronounces the name.
We already
probably
got this.
He might be willing.
He gives you a brief.
Okay.
Until next time.
The one personal touch in the otherwise sterile, blank clinic. The wall has been decorated with photographs, documents, evidence of Dr. Hugo's existence.
Examine the documents on the wall.
Lights glint off the glass as you read what's under 'em. Multiple medical school degrees and a City of Portofino license to practice. Issued by the Portofino Board of Medicine to a Hugo.
Yep.
Document has to be displayed by law. Operating an unlicensed clinic inside the city limits is strictly prohibited.
Hello, Sudden Cringe. How's the game compared to Disco Elysium? So far, it feels like a hollow facsimile of Disco Elysium. They're doing all the same things, but none of it works. Kinda.
The license is real, but it's out of date. There's a faded stamp half hidden behind the frame. The renewal date reads Octos 91. Perhaps something to confront the good doctor about.
Bummer, I really like the first one. Yeah, Disco Elysium is one of my favorite games, easily. But like the entire writing team got ousted. The people who wrote and created Disco Elysium's setting got their IP swiped. So they're not even at the company anymore. They don't own their IP anymore. So this is basically just a company making a sequel, I guess, kinda. They're just trying to do the same thing again. And it doesn't really work. And the game just has really poor pacing. Like, I feel like I haven't gotten anywhere so far. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Look through the photographs.
A collage of someone else's life begins to take form in front of you. Moments caught, suffocated, pinned under glass.
Study the professional photos.
A formal photo, class of 71. Hugo buried somewhere amongst rows of other fresh-faced new doctors. Then a newsprint clipping. Hugo receiving an award on stage.
But there are games being developed right now by people from the original team, but it's really hard to really say. And you know, fuck. Hold on. Accidentally clicked on the wrong thing, and now it's opening a program, and it's taking like 10 hours. Actually, why is it taking so long? That's crazy. Usually doesn't take this long. It's done? Or did it give up? What was I gonna do? I was clicking around for a reason, but I don't remember what it was anymore. Oh yeah, I was gonna open Steam. I did add some games here to my wish list. This game, Hopetown, and Tangerine Antarctic. These two games are apparently made by writers from the original team, as far as I know. You can see this is also very Disco Elysium-like. But it's really hard to really say who did what and like who was responsible for the quality on the team, because there's been so much drama regarding all of it. Like the writer, a lot of the writers came out and like accused, I don't know which one of it is, but I think the guy who was basically the head writer, they accused him of basically just taking all of the writing and like redoing it and like stuff like that. So the question is like, was he the problem, or was he the only guy like keeping it together? And that guy isn't even developing anything right now because they're like in a legal battle and stuff like that. And they were all communists, by the way. So yeah, I don't know. They were all literal communists. But which is kind of funny because I know a lot of people like are like very, very adamantly anti Disco Elysium because of that. But I actually think Disco Elysium is extremely fairly written when it comes to like political bias. And I actually enjoyed the political writing quite a lot, even though some of it was bad. But that's the thing, like you have like 7 writers and one of the guys is just writing like cringe like Reddit posts in the game. And then that ends up in the game, you know. So it's
Hugo and a handsome bearded man, both grinning, their arms around each other's shoulders.
overall, I think Disco Elysium is easily top 5 of the best written video games of all time. And I cured my alcoholism by internalizing racism. So, like, like it was funny. My character convinced himself that by drinking alcohol, he wasn't being true to his race. So he quit alcohol.
The gallery continues. Hugo asleep on a pile of medical textbooks drooling. Hugo adjusting some sort of massive medical apparatus. Hugo at patients' bedsides.
Is medicine his whole life?
The professional photos outnumber the personal 3-1. That should tell you all you need to know.
What about personal photos?
There are many pictures of a much younger Hugo and a woman with a heart-shaped face. At his medical school graduation, at a fancy dinner, both of them grinning on a broad walk somewhere, her in a white pantsuit and Hugo in a charcoal robe.
I followed the Moralist questline. I don't know if I remember exactly. I've only played through it twice. First time I was a racist. Second time, I don't really remember what I did. Maybe I was a moralist. I don't know. I don't remember.
A simulation of company, carefully arranged on the walls to keep him surrounded through the long days.
Him is the moralist representative. Yeah. I mean, you mean moralist, because I know there is moralist, but there's also like the moral intern stuff. But I don't think that there's really that much of that. Moralist, that's like one of the like political playthroughs kind of that you can do, I think, right? Oh yeah, that's has to do with the innocent stuff. Yeah. A Saturday gay friend being the other guy you meet. Okay. I should play I don't really want to play through Disco Elysium again. It wasn't that long ago. And there's like not really that many playthroughs you can do. But I should do a communist playthrough. I don't know. I've been a little bit disarmed because I've been watching Chinese TV, and right now I'm watching a Chinese television show about it's a real life spy who worked in the Taiwanese government spying for the Chinese communists. And so it's a TV show about him being like the good guy and the Taiwanese being the bad guys. And it's actually really good. So, I don't know. It kind of made me being more capable of like appreciating stories that actually revolve around that a bit, because it's written in a way that's like actually about he's a communist in like a real communist scenario, instead of it being like written about communism by a champagne socialite retard from like California, you know. It's actually like interesting versus them just being like lesbians. Which, by the way, in this game you play a lesbian spy, a lesbian communist spy. So
A ladder reaches towards the upper floor, creaking as the boat rocks gently.
Excuse me. The upstairs room is private.
cool.
The doctor raises an eyebrow. He does not think it is that cool.
He's back? Dude, we just chased you away.
Shh. It's her again. My stalker.
Alright, we need to figure him out. Gray matter. I'm smart. Ooh, I think we did. Yeah, we did it.
Perversion. Developed world variety. But what sort?
Please. I need to feel like my position's in jeopardy.
Consider his suit.
Wall de collage. Super 130. Looks more expensive than it feels.
I'm less of a fan of the VA and the art style in this game. I feel like the art style is like okay, but the voice acting is super annoying. Like the narrator is horrible. It's so annoying to listen to her. Because they're trying to do like similar thing to the first game, but it's just annoying. And I also don't feel like there's like almost any reason for it, because you have all these voices in your head and shit, but there's no reason for it. Also, to be fair, the Disco Elysium actually had a patch that fixed the voice acting. If you go back and actually look at the original voice acting, like the original Kuno, it was not good. It was really bad. But that's no excuse for this game. But like I said, I just feel like they're just doing the same things as in Disco Elysium, but none of it has like grounding in like anything. It's like there's no reason for it. They're just doing this whole thing like, oh, you're having this like internal conversation in your head and shit. But the reason that works in Disco Elysium is because Henry Dubois is having like an actual lapse. Like he actually just drank himself into such a stupor that his like sense of reality is shattered. And he's also had like so many fucked things happening to him that it's even worse. While in this game, you're just some broad, and It's just, it starts the same way. They're trying to do everything the same way, but it just doesn't hit because there's no reason for it. Like, I think she's like crazy or something, but I don't know. Like, it just starts with like, they're like, you're coming out of ice or something, and then you just start and you're like normal. Like, I don't know. There's no reason for her like not remembering anything or anything. It's weird. I don't understand at all what's happening. I should upgrade my professional wardrobe.
The man wedges his index finger between his tight collar and neck. His only source of relief is the sweat seeping into the fabric of his wind-whipped collar.
And also, like, when it comes to the art and stuff, I just think that Disco Elysium was just a much more well-planned and designed. And that's why, like, everything just feels right. Like immediately once you walk outside of your room, you're like going into places that matter and things are happening there. You go down, you have like all the scene, you have the guy behind the counter and stuff, and then you just immediately start talking to Kim. You immediately go outside, you have like the front of the store, and then you have the car there, you start interacting with that and doing things. While here it's just like they just throw you in the middle, and then you go outside and it's just a jumble of shit everywhere. And you don't have any idea what you're supposed to do or why. Like, we're on a mission, the first thing they say is like, the assignment's over. But I don't know what the assignment is, and I don't know why I don't know. I don't know.
Lanky, malnourished, his physical form is an object of abuse and neglect in equal measure.
What has he abused?
His lungs and liver foremost. You can tell by his one color.
Consider his soul.
What comes to mind is a handkerchief, buffeted on a night wind, eternally in retreat from itself.
How despace. Lungs and liver. Food for a king. Liver is pretty good. You're alone now too? No cool sidekick? You do have a sidekick, but he's sitting in your room, passed out and catatonic, and we don't know why. But that's okay, because that's part of the mystery. And I'm trying to find a doctor for him now. So that's like the first real like thing that is like connected to the game that I'm doing. Where do these people come from?
From the most expensive private universities in the world. They churn them out by the barrel. Put all the pieces together, and the conclusion is obvious. This man works for Emter.
I need to know that if I don't pull this off, billions of soul worth of international loans and investments may be at risk.
They nailed the graphics this time too, as they did with DE. Like I just said, I think the graphics are fine, but I just think that compared to Disco Elysium, it's just not well designed when it comes to just the world. I just feel like in Disco Elysium, everything feels like it makes more sense. Like, you go outside, it feels a lot more like... It just feels more well designed, well planned, well structured. As for here, it's just like stuff everywhere. But the actual art style itself, I don't think there's anything wrong with.
Tell me
They probably have the same artist
to
still.
human capital if I displease our counterparties.
Now if you could just get his attention.
Uh-oh. I think I forgot someone's title.
I'm looking for a colleague who may have been using this phone. An import agent, works in socks.
She thinks I work with the mouth breathers in the trade office. In this suit? Unbelievable. Yes, I saw your colleague, hanging utterly deflated from this very payphone. It was despicable.
Deflated? How?
Like the wretched of the earth. Abandoned to shoulder a massive, indescribable burden all by himself. I could hardly look at him.
And also, like I just said, there are 2 other games here. Tangerine Antarctic and Hope Town, both in development by teams by people from the original writing team, as far as I know, that I put on the wish list. This one, Hope Town, looks very much like Disco Elysium. Not quite, but very close. There was a 3rd game as well. I think these guys, Longdew Team or Longdew Games, is a much bigger chunk of the team, of the original team.
The young man turns his back to you without another word.
Enough for now.
Warily, the young man watches you go over his shoulder.
Okay. Now we go and yap with some other dudes here for no reason. These guys weren't here last time. These guys are pilots, I think.
I don't know how you managed to kick the hugger off the phone, but believe me when I say, we're in your debt.
The old man looks at you with unabashed gratitude. Well, he's back now, but I did chase him away before.
As he addresses you, the gazes of his 2 table mates veer towards you, like cataractic headlights.
Happy to be of service.
Miserable bastard. Hadn't let go of that receiver for a week. But never mind him. What about you? You're a long way from Marcia.
He smiles knowingly.
Clocked you instantly, even though your accent has been diluted in the decade plus since you left.
What happened, Sugar Tits? You get lost?
Excuse me?
Or are you just looking for company?
Kill this lecherous geriatric.
Whatever. I got questions for you guys. Third old man. The third of the old man. The third of the old man. Say nothing. The third of the old men says nothing, but breathes loudly, fixing you with a stare.
Animals! That's how it is with most pilots, though. At the very least, we owe you a drink for getting rid of that phone hugger. Here.
A shot glass slides across the table to you.
More than a courtesy, he's establishing hierarchies. You and him human, his companions subhuman.
Cheers, animals. Drink.
Schnapps. It washes stinging down your throat, followed by a kind of anesthetic vapor that rises all the way into your sinuses.
We're all strangers on this island, Marcia. Why don't you join us?
Like the I don't mind any of this really. I just think that the whole your subconsciousness talking to yourself needs a reason to be that way. Otherwise, I think you can still do the same thing, like instincts. But it just feels, I don't know. To me, it feels weird when it's not like in Disco Elysium that, like I said, Dubois is like a shattered person. And the entire, like, Disco Elysium is such a well-written game. Like, it is actually genuinely so good. Because it works. Like, it's not just the writing, it's the actual, like, premise. And Dubois, how everything is put together, just works really, really well, and it's really smart. Because they've created a character that is a blank character. So you can make him your own character if you want to, but he also has his own character. And all of that is tied into the writing, right? Where he has drunken himself into such a state that he's basically shattered, and now he's putting himself back together. And then you can kind of choose how he's putting the pieces back together, whether it's becoming like his old self but better, his old self but worse, something completely new. And that's why, like, the fact that your subconsciousness is like talking back to you works, because it fits into the writing. Here it has no reason to exist, so it just kind of, and especially since the voice acting is annoying, it's just kind of weird, in my opinion. But you could still do it. It's just like, be more normal, right? I think that's how I feel about it. The phone hogger, what's his deal?
Just another foreign money, man. City's been full of them lately.
I don't know if there are other games that come close to it. I don't think so. I'll be honest. As an RPG enjoyer, there aren't many. And I don't think games have very good writing. I'll be honest. It's one of the worst mediums when it comes to actual writing. Like, I think Witcher 3 has some of the best writing, but the main story is bad. It's like all the chapters are really, really good, but the main story is terrible. Otherwise, it's like games like Baldur's Gate. But Baldur's Gate isn't like that good when it comes to the writing, but it's pretty good. And it's also partially because it's just older, so it has a more mature writing style in general, which I think is just strong. I like Tides of Numenera for the writing, but the game overall is kind of meh. But otherwise, like, honestly, I don't know. There aren't really that many games that have, like, actually stellar writing.
Stuck up little shit. Strolled in one evening, couple of nights back, picked up the phone and hasn't let go of it since.
That was a growl, not an attempt to speak. He would be making the same noise if he could talk.
What have you got against him?
We all want our turn, sugar. He's here every damn day. Stays on the line for hours. Doesn't care one bit if anyone else has had a turn or not. Only shuffles off once the sun sets.
How are you proud men being dominated by a little salary weasel?
What are we going to do? Fight him?
That's the DE guy? Which one? Him? Oh, is this the subconscious voice guy, or? Also, I think the guy in the payphone might have been Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm not sure. You have anything better to do?
Even if somebody pummeled him half to death, he'd feel nothing. He's an empty suit. Not even the decency to be sad.
It might be. I don't know if you're right, but it might be. It can be hard to tell. Like, some voice actors are really good at doing different voices. Some have only one voice. But this might be him doing a different voice.
Let him rot in him wealth.
He does have a very... There's a very strong bass to his voice, so it could be him.
He's not rich, Slava. He just works for rich people. Ignore them, Mercier. They have no idea how money works.
Did you stream Baldur's Gate 3? I think... No. Maybe? I mean, it's easy to find out. But I don't think so. Yeah, I did. Two years ago. Same background, almost. Oh, there's the painting. There. Jano is in here yapping. Whew. Yes, I did. If you missed it, then be glad, because I was molding the whole time. I hated that game so much. I'm looking for a colleague, a SOC importer from the Superblock. He may have been using that payphone.
From the Superblock, eh? Interesting. But no.
I would say ask the Duchess herself, but she doesn't talk about clients with other clients. She's professional like that.
He knows because he's tried.
He would have been a visible foreigner too. Brown jacket, glasses.
Can't say anyone like that struck me, but a lot of people use the phone line. The only reason why we rarely notice the hugger is because he refuses to leave.
I liked it. Balerion do a bit too much humor in their games. I hated everything about it. Also, I killed all of the girls and collected their underwear. And I only had... What's his face? The guy who has like a bomb in him. I had him in my party. And maybe the Dark Elf girl. And I think all of the other characters were the custom characters because I didn't want to listen to their dialogue. I think I also killed Astarion. I was playing a Dark Elf and or a Drow, and I played like an evil playthrough. And there's there are so many places where like when you get to Baldur's Gate in Act 3 and you go into like one of the factories, there's like a bunch of gnomes there, and they're like fighting with their overseers, and they're like blah 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 blah. No, you're treating us poorly. Where? And then right after the dialogue stopped, you threw a fireball on them and killed them both. And then you're supposed to, like, one thing I actually kind of enjoyed was like you're supposed to talk to a gnome there and like learn some stuff. But I think I killed him too. And because I killed that gnome, he refused to talk to me. But you can talk with people with necromancy, so I did that. But because I had killed him, he refused to kill me, to talk to me. So I transformed myself into a gnome, and then he didn't recognize me. So then he wanted to talk to me. That was actually funny. I like that. That's one of the only things I thought was kind of neat, that transforming yourself actually had like an impact on dialogue, and they didn't necessarily recognize you just by default. Got some questions for you about the Miracle line.
Please, Sugar. We can't deal with any more competition. The money man has us down to quickies.
What's the Miracle exactly?
It's always connected, that's what. No dialing, no choice to call anyone else. You pick up that phone over there, done. She's there.
Duchess.
Right. So what's the catch?
There isn't one. You call, Duchess answers. Simple. Beautiful.
It's not just that, though. Whatever you like, whatever happens to be your thing, she has a way of finding it. People just open up to her.
You could not rule out the possibility that she is a spy, that the vein has already been tapped.
How does this Duchess make a living?
Why does everything have to be about money these days?
What else could she be getting out of it?
The pleasure of our company.
If it is about money, it's not in any way that concerns us. Line's been free for as long as anyone can remember.
They act like the issue of money is secondary to the existence of the Miracle Line. It's not. This is the issue itself.
Seen this before? Show the card you found on Pseudopod.
Will you look at that?
He passes the card on to Joa. Joa. South American names are insane. Or Spanish names, Portuguese names. How do you pronounce that? Joao! Joao! Needs to stop yelling.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name, as well as how to say more interesting but often confusing names that many mispronounce, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel. This is a name of Portuguese origin, also used a lot, of course, in Brazil. How do you say it? João. João. It has a nasal sound at the end.
Joao.
João.
Joao.
João.
Joao. Joao. Alright. His eyes widen for a moment and he nods, then passes it again.
Now where did a sweet thing like you pick that up?
In the pants of my catatonic colleague.
What a way to go, eh?
A round of chuckles spreads around the table. Spittle flies from his tongue as he simulates wholesale sexual annihilation. Don't worry, I'm sure that's where you're headed.
Why, you're too kind. You want to help me get there?
To answer your question, you used to see a few of these floating around, but not for years. Figure it was from before that phone was permanently hooked up.
He hands the card back to you. You're all very open about having phone sex around each other.
I got nothing to hide. Can't speak for Pigeon though.
Pigeon rolls his eyes and feigns indifference.
What kind of sick, twisted shit are you into, Pigeon?
I used to ask for some kinky stuff, but it's not like that anymore. Duchess and I are friends now.
How's that work?
Talk to a person for long enough, it's inevitable you end up becoming close. Provided, of course, you don't spend all that time asking her to make animal noises.
He gives his mate a sidelong look.
Toying with him like a cat with its prey. Now he breaks off another leg and watches the thing limp.
In fact, regarding Duchess, I have a favor I need someone to do for me. You don't think you could help me out, do you?
What is it?
I bought a gift for Duchess's kids some time ago, but I haven't been able to track myself all the way up there.
Eyes widen. The other men regard him like some kind of god.
Can you give it to her for me?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Marcia. Honestly, I'm just sad I can't take it myself. Wait a minute. Here.
He rummages in a bag lying by the foot of his chair and hands you a plastic cup. Critical Wolf Cup.
Tell them, Grandpa Sam sent it. Remember that.
Wait, Grandpa Sam?
Ah, it's just an inside joke we have going. A pet name, if you will.
He's the best guy. Wow. Yuao inhales desperately as though running out of breath. Slava just stares at the ground.
You know the housing campaign? Northwestern Party Alley. She's got a houseboat in the canal up there. Should be one of the only ones in the area.
Roger. Houseboat in housing campaign.
Thank you, Marcia. We'll be here.
The plastic seems to almost hum in your hand. You turn it over and see 1 out of 6 stamped on the hard bottom.
Some sort of novelty merchandise. The wall figurine atop the cup is cartoonish. A style you've never seen before. Alien. Lusian. The heavily applied paint gives off a petroleum smell that sticks to the back of your mouth.
1 of 6? Maybe I should start collecting these. No. This doesn't seem very spy adjacent.
Spies know that anything can be an instrument used against them or the world, no matter how innocuous it appears. Nothing stashed inside, no hidden compartments or ciphers. Looks like it's just a cup.
I'm not wasting any more time thinking about novelty cups.
You turn the cup over in your hand, studying it from all angles, trying to understand your own mind. Spiky Wolf kicks ass. Stupid question. You put Critical Wolf away and look back up to face the ex-pilots.
See you around.
Until next time, sugar.
Can we chase him away again so we can have phone sex? I don't even know what I'm doing.
Deadlines. Yes, I'm missing them. I need to feel like it's been a very bad quarter for me.
Warily, the young man watches you go over his shoulder.
Can we harass him?
If I said I wanted you to touch me, where would you do it? Would it hurt?
Warily.
Get out of here.
Apologies for being late to my disciplinary hearing.
He whimpers.
Overtaken by lust, the lanky young man hugs the phone like it's a flesh and bone lover. Warily. Eyes closed, the young man remains lost in his erotic fantasy. Warily, the young... Eyes closed.
Okay, that was all.
Warily.
So, this is actually kind of a bug, in my opinion. Because I chased him away earlier through the dialogue, and he was like, okay, I'll leave. So I go inside here, and instantly he's back. Like, because there's a dialogue option here where he, like, looks out and sees this guy. So he's just instantly back, even though he ran away. And now I don't have any options anymore to actually get him to go away, so I can't use the phone. So I guess I'll have to wait until he's not there to use the phone, but I guess we can just go up and visit her. Staring at you blind across a gulf of alcohol poisoning. Of course. But first, let's find that doctor. A chair remains from whoever used to live here. Dude, I want a balcony so bad. I hate my apartment. I actually don't hate my apartment. It's a pretty good apartment. I just wish I had a balcony. The others do. If I could swap to like one of the other apartments in this building, I would happily do that, but they only have like 3-room apartments or 4-room apartments, and they're expensive as shit. I can barely afford a 1-room apartment. Okay, where's Party Alley? Am I dumb? Party Alley is up there. There's supposed to be a doctor in Party Alley. So here somewhere I actually haven't gone up here yet. Fidgeting teenager. What?
The boy shifts in his cocoon of mismatched fabric.
The house below me had a small barbecue grill in their balcony. My apartment would fill up smoke every month or so. Yeah, some people do that here too. I hate people who do that. It's so like how do you not understand what's happening in everyone's apartments? Like, do you think that it just disappears? Like I have 2 floors, apartment / radhus, but I never use the balcony because of my cats. Yeah, that's fair. The boy shifts in his cocoon of mismatched fabric. Yeah,
On his sleeve, a holographic foil patch reads Marco.
I would love to have a cat, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I get a cat, so now I can never have like the window open. I can't, you know. It's a little special. Like my mom told me about when she lived in Stockholm, and she had a cat there. I think she had multiple cats there, but at some point she had the window open, and the cat had just gone out the window, out the balcony, balanced its way like over the windows outside and over to the neighbor, and gone inside there. And she thought it had fallen off. But eventually the neighbor came back and was like, hey, your cat's in my apartment. It's worse because we had a communal grill in the apartment backyard, but the dude had a feud with everyone else in the building, so he never used it. That sounds like the kind of guy who would have a grill on the balcony. Yeah. On his sleeve, a holographic foil patch reads Marco. Hey, Marco.
How'd you know my name?
He narrows his eyes, chin raised, then looks down at his sleeve.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Did you make it yourself?
Nah, it's from La Luz. It's the Saltutsuri Dream on Neon. Personalized.
With a flick, the boy shows off the sleeve's electric magenta trim. Black tags dangling from the hem chime loudly.
That's the sound of you succumbing to consumerism. Clever, the illusion of individualism attracts more buyers to the same product. Good, the state will better identify your remains in case of incident. What are these options, man? I actually think a spy RPG is a really strong setup, but I don't feel like a spy so far at all. I don't know. I just feel like some guy or some girl who's just out like asking questions. We're not doing any spy work at all. Clever. The illusion of individualism attracts more buyers to the same product.
What? They're all different. My friend's got a red one.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah?
Heard there's a doctor around here. You know one?
There's a weird one in that clinic right there. Really weird.
In what way? So no, there's not really a way he's normal in. What's your deal?
I don't know.
What is there to do around here?
I don't know.
Doesn't know much, this one.
About something else.
What?
Later. Alright. He's a guy. He's a guy chilling. Dr. Gonzo, that's where we're going. I mean, RPG is great for everything that's not 100% action focused. More or less, yeah. But I do think a spy thing is a good premise. And it's also not actually done that much. Even though it should. The diagnosis line reads closeted homosexual. Is this guy about to kill himself?
Not one step further, bored scum. I'll do it.
Coiled, finger in the safety latch. A noose around his neck. A lab coat splattered with blood, both new and old.
I'll enjoy it too. I think I can probably come just from watching the trauma sink into your face, right before the oxygen stops reaching my brain for good.
Okay. Calm down, drop the news.
Ha! I know false concern when I see it. 3 years in pediatric oncology.
His left foot twitches in anticipation of the jump.
So you're talking to your little colleague out there. I know you're from the medical board, and I know he's been watching me.
I don't have time for derangement. I need a doctor.
Sounds like a pre-rehearsed line designed to entrap me. If you're not bored, which you fucking are, then go and deal with the stain of narc shit lurking outside. I know that scarf of his is a fucking wire.
He warned me you were weird.
Aha! Aha! Sharing notes already. I knew his superior would be a woman. He had a stench of gynophobia all over him.
Also, the mixing of the audio in this game is so bad. It's like down here randomly, up here randomly, weird. It's, I don't know.
No one takes down Dr. Gonzalo E.S. Gonza, except Gonzalo E.S. Gonza.
He breathes hard, his grip on the rope tightening. What exactly do you want me to do about the bored narc?
His eyes flash.
Bring me one of his lying, scheming, bored narc teeth.
Wait, one of his actual teeth?
Actual, yes. Narc canines, bearing the mark of their subhuman nature.
What would that prove?
Leave that to the medical professional. You have no idea what I can see in a tube. If I had his spleen, I could tell you how his dog mother conceived him. Here, use this. My board condemned Prybar.
I'm not doing this.
Knew it! Narc-loving, wire-wearing scum.
But I've got a legitimate medical concern.
What am I, your mother? Rub cocaine on it. That'll numb almost anything.
No, my colleague. He's catatonic.
Don't shit me, you wired fuck. You and whoever's listening are not going to lure me in with ethically stimulating cases again.
Fine. Suppose I'll try Dr. Hugo.
Hugo Abbe? That dry-cocked, rules-loving traitor? Good luck. You'd be better off asking the vegetable.
Why do you think the medical board is after you?
Jealousy, as far as I can tell.
In this context, jealousy translates to gross violations of medical and/or human decency.
The official reason, Gonza.
Oh, they'll drum up anything to get you, real or invented.
Definitely real.
They babble on about modernization, best practices, international standards. But the fact is, they shit themselves in the presence of a real doctor.
So, whose blood is that on you?
He looks down, vaguely surprised, shrugs.
You never get credit for the blood you leave in.
That bored narc is just a kid.
Kid? That's a no child. That's a 40-year-old man with a severe deformity.
His name's Marco.
I only hear narco. Don't humanize him.
He's a teenage prostitute. Didn't exactly confirm, but I could tell. What?
Yes. I suppose I could see it. A fit. Easy to rough up. Not mutually exclusive, however. Likely, in fact. They've left them right there at the STD clinic.
I'm breaking him down.
Still looks pretty whole to me.
Conspired with the narc. Nerb. Get on his level. 7% chance for this to succeed, yeah. About this board,
You
Nark.
fuck with me now. Still looks pretty whole to me.
Don't kill yourself before I get back.
I'll do as I very well please.
Okay. The shadow of the mess inside stains the window. Sign can't be older than 4 to 5 years. It is not even here anymore. Like, and what now? Did you calm down?
The metal door is scabbed with rust and surrounded by graffiti. An official-looking sign hangs to the right of it.
Study the door.
Warped frame, cheap steel, hinges rusted like old teeth. No reinforcement.
But is it
Turn
locked?
back toward the...
What do you mean?
The clinic's metal door is open nights. No knocking.
Open nights?
Next animal who bleeds on the... Scrawled badly in her...
Okay.
You turn back...
Okay. God damn it. Apparently we were there at night. Found some ciggies. Is that... Okay. It's blocked off. That's blocked off. Wait, so... Huh? So I have nothing to do. Found some more ciggies. A giant made of concrete, long defeated. Building abandoned, sign vandalized beyond recognition. She taps her heels against the wall, keeping the inaudible beat. On display, a city's tastes in literature and cheap entertainment.
The store has been left unattended. A haphazard arrangement of paperbacks and hardcovers that have seen better days. A handwritten sign teeters on top of one of the stacks of books. Books 10 sol. Magazines 5 sol. Place money in the box. Viva la comunidad.
An honor bookstall.
Relic of the district's more communitarian heritage.
Browse the stall.
A few scrawled tags separate the various teetering piles into vague sections.
I don't wanna...
You turn away.
I don't wanna look at the fucking books. Full thrown away Coca-Cola in the trash can. It's a lot of that, by the way. We're all born with a broken heart, and then we die. Fine spray of mist coats your eyelashes. Aeropale. Shimmering, diaphanous cloth catches your eye. A stonemason stops to admire his patterned brickwork around the new sapling.
The tiles of this plaza seem to radiate outwards from the strange tree at its center, unlike any other you've seen in this city.
Wait, watch. I like this, but I feel like it was better done in Disco Elysium, where you have like this one check that you need to do in the dialogue, and things that you do in the dialogue can make it easier or harder. And it makes the dialogue kind of have like a reason for you to not just take everything. And that's something that I really, really appreciate in like dialogue tree driven games, that you actually don't want to say everything and just ask everything. And that saying certain things might have consequences. And it's like not super well done here in my opinion, but it's done well enough where usually just talking about the other things in the dialogue makes the thing easier, which isn't like super interesting if that's like all you do. Like this, you just do all the dialogue and then you get like +3. Like
Time passes.
it's kind of whatever, but
you take no note of it. No one takes note of you either. To Wider Keysock, you're simply a middle-aged woman staring at a tree.
breathe in.
Nothing much happens.
Hello? Okay, so we need to exert ourselves for a 35% chance. Alright. You can do it. Yes.
This is Ginkgo lucifera, an old Lusian ginkgo, planted widely during the expansion of the old Illuminated Empire.
Why?
The exact reason escapes you at the moment. Suffice to say, wherever you see one, it means that place once belonged to Lelou's.
Still just a tree.
Yes, and you're still just an ape, and not even a particularly distinguished example. You leave the old Lusian ginkgo to its business.
Okay. I have 2 level ups at the moment. Your odds of winning in this lotto are roughly 0.000658%.
You're confronted by a striking image in bold red and black. A woman perched on a sofa in a simply furnished apartment. A handgun lies across her lap. On the table next to her, a beverage in an appealing slim can. In white text, contrasted against the black shadows, the words, "Safe house is anywhere."
Hold on. Safe house is anywhere?
This woman is being paid to convince you it is.
Cool lad.
It's nothing like the ones they have back in the People's Republics.
I wish my job were this cool.
The woman's fingers caress the weapon, a gesture of intimacy.
What's it even selling? Canned coffee?
Heifer Red and Black Special Edition. The can is adorned with a handful of coffee beans, a sugar cane, and a splash of cream. There is no other identifier.
Good night, Dead Space. Sorry for the late stream, but I had to help someone fix their computer as well after work, so it took forever. And then I had to eat as well. In the developed world, advertisements no longer feature products, only vague promises of a lifestyle. Oof. Like there are barely any detective or spy RPGs at all. It's crazy. What about the woman? She seems familiar.
She knows you're watching. The shutter's release captured the moment she was thinking about you. The future. The onlooker. Forever. She knows that you see her. She is nothing. An actor. Likely hired on the basis of her fascinating hair.
I feel like I should know her.
The young, capable, pretty, yet also shy and approachable classmate you imagined in your dreams. Your hand touches hers unexpectedly during small arms training at the opera's greenhouse. She blushes.
Oh. The narrator is so grating to listen to. When she has to talk like that, it's like literally the worst British accent you can probably do. Like all these things. Oh my god. Oh my
The
god.
words begin to blur before your eyes.
Who's even supposed to buy this stuff?
Your eyes snap back into focus. The woman, the gun, the appealing can are all as they were.
It's terrible. Like
Around you,
it's genuinely
sounds of
horrific.
Party Alley resume. Alas.
Like I actually think she's a good voice actress. But like she's a good voice actress at voice acting the worst voice in the world. Like if that makes sense. Like it doesn't feel like she's a bad voice actress, but the voice that they're doing is just so bad. It's just not good. Because it also feels like she's putting in a lot of effort into it. And that also almost makes it worse. I don't want to talk. I don't want. Where am I supposed to go? Party Alley. Like, I'm supposed to. Is it just closed off for now? Like, why is it closed off? Can't go this way? Boars are on a rampage. Fine, I'll talk to these guys.
Drift away, Stardust.
It's just, I don't want to talk to more random NPCs. It just... Ooh.
I'm a second-hand dream dealer, but I'm the only dream you got.
She sings lightly, swaying on her feet. You don't recognize the song. Cool, yeah, sick, very teen.
Who says sick? Are you 30?
No, I'm 37.
Ultravioleta says moonglow. Moonglow is the reflection of a missing sun. Isn't that the best lyric you've ever heard?
Oh, so are these those L-pop costumes?
Is that outfit your middle-aged history teacher costume?
Yeah.
Don't be mean. We're representing the ultras right now. It's not her fault she looks that way.
Pity on her face, the teenager pities you.
This is what we call fan shifting. We become Ultravioleta, and we sing her songs as an act of faith and love.
They perform a parody of the fascist ideal of femininity. Is it earnest or ironic? Your head swims. like this is what I mean. Like this is the kind of shit that I don't want to see. Because like modern feminism is so fucking retarded. Like I don't mind a story from a communist perspective. I genuinely don't. But like anything that's like modern politics is just so retarded that it's just not, it can't be interesting because it's based on being a retard. So it's just like whenever this is the kind of stuff like I do not want to see this stuff. Like the fascist ideal of femininity. This is something that some fucking like some sorority freak from Portland made up. Do you recognize this Ultravioleta track? Show them the red disc.
Why do you have that? How did you get that? That's secret UV lore, not for someone like you.
The adolescents will only open up to those they recognize as their own. This may call for a disguise. You guys are very mean.
You need it. You deserve it. Look at your hair. She's harsh, but if she weren't a little horrible to you, then you might never know. So, it's a kindness, really.
So Ultravioleta is missing?
Yeah. It's been a few weeks now. I really hope she's not dead. She'll be back. She's probably just hiding from all the publicity. Or it's all a promo thing for YBFAD. Or she got kidnapped.
Why would anybody kidnap her?
It's romantic. Obviously.
There's nothing romantic about violating consent. Wait, how do I know you didn't kidnap her?
Weak. How do you know we are in Ultravioleta?
Because there are two people, obviously. At least one's a fraud.
Oh, wow. She can count.
Oh my god. I don't want to talk to these people. Speak to me of these ultras you represent.
Ultras are ultra fans of Ultravioleta. It's a lifestyle commitment. Some of us have even died for this. Respect for the martyred ultras.
How did they die?
Mass suicide. So chic. They didn't even have to plan. They just heard the lyrics and knew. It was time to jump off the balcony of their parents' apartment building. We live on the ground floor. I'd have to, like, slit my throat or something. Messy.
Pseudopod didn't seem like a suicide, but he was listening to the UV disc when he died. Think that might have just happened to someone I know.
Nah. It was just one live performance on the radio a few years ago. Lucky bitches.
About Ultravioleta.
Yeah?
You say you know everything about her. Tell me something only an Ultra would know.
She recorded Glass Meadow when she had a 39-degree fever. Her favorite month is Tritos. She's allergic to strawberries.
She ticks the trivia off on her fingers.
I know her real name. No, you don't. Stop telling people that. That's a theory, not a fact.
What is it?
I can't say. That's Violeta's secret. I'd never betray her confidence.
How did you figure it out?
It came to me when I was listening to El Lugar Donde Nací. Right after the second verse, when the Mellotron beat kicks in. I just heard her telling me. That is so moronic. You did not.
Auditory hallucinations. Teenage hysteria. Can't dangle that in front of me and not spill.
It would be wrong.
Explain what moonglow means.
It's... well, it's everything. It's ultra. It's the way you feel when you catch sight of the moon unexpectedly, and you remember that you're a person. And it's sad, so sad, being a person. But only because of how lovely it can be when it isn't.
I quite like being a person.
But sadness is part of being a person. Can you say you like being a person if you avoid such an important piece of it?
The NPCs are just endless yapping. Just eternal yapping. Like, there is a little bit too much yapping in Disco Elysium, but all of the characters are like somewhat relevant, and even if they're not, they're actually like interesting. Like even the little girl outside of the bookstore is like immediately it's like, oh, her mom's forcing her to stand out there. Like, okay, that's kind of fucked up. And then you like actually kind of want to talk to her and see what's up. And like the guy, the old dudes playing Bull, they're also like not actually relevant, but they're also actually relevant. And beyond that, like almost everyone you talk to in the beginning is like somewhat relevant. Here it's just like, it's just eternal drivel. Like I don't feel like we have learned anything from a single character I have talked to so far. Not even the disc guy. Like, I don't know. It's like you pick up a disc that's empty that says Ultraviolet on it, and it's like a single, but it has nothing on it when you play it. So you go to the guy who sells the discs, and he's like, yeah, no, I don't know, I didn't sell this. And then you talk to him about discs, and he's like talking about it forever. And once you're done talking about it forever, you still don't know anything. And then he like pointed me towards the guy on the docks who's like actually relevant. He was the only guy so far who's relevant. But he also didn't really do anything for me. He was just like, oh, actually, like, an old acquaintance of yours told me to tell you to meet him, but he's missing. And then he tells you that he has an office in town. So I go to his office, but it's locked, and I don't have a lockpick yet, so I just can't do anything there. Like, I'm just trying to progress the game, but the game won't fucking let me.
There are parts of your heart that you can't feel unless they're hurting. I want to know everything about being alive.
Which of you is the bigger fan? The girls fall quiet, an invisible string drawn taut between them. I bet it's you. Point to the first. Is that the left one?
We don't talk like that. We are both Moonglow. Equally Moonglow. What? You want to talk about the weather? Ugh, sure.
Alright. I was trying to go to the lady, but I guess we're not doing that. I have a crowbar now, but no lockpicks. Maybe we can try fixing the TV again.
it's still almost impossible.
It's getting worse.
Nice.
Electrons deflected by magnetic interference. The shadow mask has been corrupted. Without an instrument of magnetic banishment, you are near powerless to exorcise the demons of distortion from the fog mirror's television.
No need to throw this thing out, it just needs to be degaussed.
Oh.
I missed the degaussing button on this monitor. Like, it was, you never ever needed to use it, but like, you could press it and it was like, boom. It was so cool. You don't have a degaussing wand lying around somewhere, do you?
No. I'm not sure what you're even talking about. No wands here.
All hope may not be lost. The proximity of the speakers to the CRT screen has caused this blight, so perhaps removing their malign influence will, if not completely free the television, at least prevent its further defilement.
In the meantime, you can just move the speakers further away.
The bartender stands on her toes and moves the speaker a few centimeters. Almost instantly, the purple blotch recedes.
Well then. Good eye. Thank you.
She gives the television an appraising look, then turns the same gaze to you. Watch the match with her.
For a quarter of an hour, you watch as men in short shorts and tall socks hurl a leather sphere against concrete with tremendous force. Their passionate grunts are matched only by the violent impacts of the ball.
Why are their socks so tall?
Helps with blood circulation, reduces fatigue. Also makes their legs look longer.
The words of your old double Holocene come to mind. In the so-called developed world, the whole political and cultural economy of a place is revealed through its sporting rivalries.
What's the deal with the brown team?
Thought you said you were a regular once upon a time.
Been a really long time.
That's Kisok PC. Everyone around here goes for them.
The local's local. Team of the working classes with strong ties to the old silk industry.
What's the deal with the red team?
Recreación. Bunch of pretty boys in short shorts.
Her lack of expression is so blank as to be an expression itself. Recreación is a money laundering vehicle for the profiteer class. Those who've won the end of history by steering years of stabilization packages to their chosen enterprises.
Are they any good?
They're alright.
I can get down with Kisok PC.
Viva Kisok.
She raises a glass to
Remember
you.
that we're not allowed to use the WCs in another team's arena.
The what? Wait, why not?
I guess they're worried someone will take it upon themselves to recreate the ceramic panic of '83. One person rips out a toilet and lobs it into the stands. One time.
My bladder is iron. I'll hold it in for Kisok.
And if not, there are plenty of plastic bottles around.
That's enough pelota for
The
now.
bartender gives you a brief, familiar nod as you slide off the stool.
Alright, let's talk to this guy again. I have no reason to, though.
Uprant. Forewarned is forearmed.
This missing pop star, Ultravioletta.
Music, not really my area. Spotted a couple teenagers in elaborate costumes. Seem to be fans of some kind. I'd say they're your source.
They didn't tell you anything either. What do you know about Subcommandant Bagman?
Local television personality. Though his accent suggests origins in the People's Republics. Lavendy, I'd say.
The PR Lavendy, the less socially developed neighbor of the PR Kohila.
Obviously a lunatic. An addict of some sort. I'd keep my distance, were I you.
Any idea where he operates from?
He's got a glorified rat hole in the housing campaign. Calls it his Fortress Studio. Across the rooftops, I think.
Have you ever watched his show?
Please, Operaman. There's cavorting with the genius loci, and then there's wrapping your mouth around a raw sewage line.
Yeah, they're just yapping.
That said, he's got tens of thousands of regular viewers. Not bad for public access. No such till next time.
All right. Nothing new up here. I genuinely don't know what I should be doing right now. Like, I'm not even supposed to be doing anything. My assignment was to leave. So, like...
The hoglets are still grunting merrily among the urban detritus.
Pass the pelota ball to the piglets.
This day may go down in history as the first strike in the Great Boar Human Wars.
I just wanted to play catch.
They don't know what that is.
Just come to me, little boars.
No interest from the hogolescents. You turn from the...
Boars. Floor's fucked. Requires lockpick. Yeah, where's the fucking lockpick? Down here, there's something. Let's go here. Here. I have a pry bar. We found some schnapps, okay? Or we can go and tell her that the guy in the tower is not a pervert.
Carmona saw you scaling the pylon, but she did not see the creep fall to his death.
He's just an engineer watching the tram.
Oh. Well, engineering is good work, proper. Though he doesn't seem to be doing much of it. Carmona knew he was off, but just a slacker all along. Carmona will not take comfort in that. Here.
She reaches under her stool, fumbles, then presents an open box.
Some comfort in return. Not that Carmona's forgotten you came here with questions. Ask away.
Tempo del Sur. Do you know him?
Oh yes, bastardo. It's him turned the bazaar into the bootleg bazaar. Drawing Lusians, irritating the local mob. It's all men fighting while Carmona sits. Haven't seen him or his assy assistant assing around for a while. They're probably shacked up somewhere, making the angels sick.
Who's this hussy you mentioned?
Carmona doesn't keep track of hussy names. Who cares? She just smokes and skims clothes off the top of the shipments. Things we don't notice. And she's been collecting our payments for the last few weeks. Suddenly, we low people must tolerate a teenager managing the place on his behalf.
Tempo is not attracted to women. Whoever this girl is must have had a different relationship with him to the one Carmona is insinuating.
I won't have it, Manina. She may run the bootleg bazaar, but she doesn't run her Doña Carmuna.
Did you notice any strange behavior in Tempo recently?
He's not been himself. You know, he used to drink. Then he stopped. Perhaps he slid back into the bottle without Carmuna noticing. Every day he was at the shrine by the west gate, offering and praying. What business has a man like that with the stars?
Tempo was my friend once.
Well, you ought to choose them better. Let him know he's a bastardo next you see him.
Sure.
Enough indeed.
Well, you were going to tell me about my colleague from the Superblock.
Ah, yes. He was fine Superblock suet. I should have known you were cut from the same cow the way you scaled that pylon. I sent him to the docks west of here. Head boatman there reports directly to the bazaar manager, in charge of imports, exports. Maybe he knows where he went.
Oh, we already know. Okay, I think.
She knows no more than you did already.
Yeah. Why were you so worried about the pylon guy?
Well...
She lowers her voice, hunches forward.
The dock workers suspect that they found an agent of the Weeping Eye, working right here, in the bazaar.
Your heart convulses at their mention.
What made them think that?
Found him taking Lucian money. Carmuna doesn't believe it, though, Menina. They got the wrong man.
Tell me about the man they accused.
He bought a beautiful coat from Carmuna's stall just last week. A real gentleman. Nobody with the eye could be so polite or have such a good taste in outerwear.
The dock workers must have had more information on him. Find out what you can. If there are Weeping Eye here, you need to know why.
Why do you think the Weeping Eye would be interested in the bazaar?
They're Lucian, Menina. Bazaar's full of bootlegs. They're keeping an eye on their wares.
The Weeping Eye do not care about knockoff toys. If they're here, then something is happening way above this woman's head.
Describe this coat. It may be warming techno-fascist shoulders. Do you know his name, where he went?
He was like a son to me, Menina. But no, never got his details.
The pylon guy told me a man in a garish coat was following me.
Garish? No. This coat was the treasure of the rack. Must not be the same man.
Describe this coat. It may be warming techno-fascist shoulders.
It would never. It was a trench coat, multicolored, but predominantly oranges reds. It recalled the carpet bag of the olden variety.
The man in photo 24. Were the Weeping Eye that close to you already? He was at photo 24 and your double was incapacitated. This is now your prime suspect.
And he always had a camera. Ask yourself, Menina. Would a Weeping Eye man walk around with a camera? Too obvious.
Ever heard of the game Suzerain? Yes, I have heard of it, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever... I have looked at this sometime. Seen it played a few times. It doesn't look super appealing, but if it's got actually decent story, that could still be okay. I mean, it's like when games are like dialogue and text-based, it's like really hard to look at it and get any feel for the game other than like the quality of the portraits or something. And they weren't that good, but nine plus dialogues. Wait, what do you mean 9 plus? New decrees. Dog. Oh, new dialogues. Well, it does say epic story conclusion, 9 plus new dialogues. That's really weird. But yeah, I'll put this on my wish list. This is kind of the game that I'm working on the side, to be honest. Like, it's meant to be like very text driven like this, so could be worth playing just for research. He may have something to do with me losing my colleague.
Nonsense. He's a nice gentleman, just like your colleague is a nice boy. What do you possibly think he could have to do with any losing?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like visual novels in a way. Like, I don't like visual novels. I don't really like games that are just like mashing through text. But I don't mind games that are very, very, very text-driven. Like, that's why I like Tides of Numenera, because it's extremely text-heavy. But it's not just text, and it's not a visual novel in the sense that it has a bunch of anime girls in it. Because that's like what a visual novel means to me. But I really like text-driven games. And you know, in Pathfinder, in Kingmaker, you have those random scenes where it's just like a book, and then you just have options. I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's a really good way to add more advanced RPG gameplay without actually having to like use the character models and stuff. I just wish it wasn't D&D.
First assignment off the shelf and you're being stalked by a suspected operant killer. Kill yourself to get it over with.
It's a good thing. Maybe this man knows how to bring him back.
You just call for him, Anina. That nice boy can't have gone far.
I have all I need to know about that.
Very well.
Let me see what you're selling.
Take a look through the rack over there. No lice, no rips, no patches.
What are the teens wearing these days? I need to blend in.
A legend's clothes, Carmuna calls them. Whatever has their favorite music on it. Lately, the Violetta girl is winning. Take a look, I have one. Don't forget to check.
We have to equip a Violetta thing and a skateboard. Sensors. Find the best rack tat. You can do it. Now. Failure.
You fondle each garment with care. Again, you fall short in the pursuit of cool.
Perhaps if I combine the two pieces together.
With what? You're a spy, not a seamstress.
Let's level up.
You turn away from the rack.
Sensors. Oh, I can't level it up more. You can only rank them up 3 times. Cold read is maxed. Let's max out brain matter, gray matter. What would a spy game have as a mechanic? Would it have stealth, investigation? I don't think it needs anything. It can literally just be like Disco Elysium. It's really just about like the dialogue and like what you do in it. But yeah, you could have like stealth. I mean, you could do it with a system just like this is, right? Like this system is not bad. And I think this approach is pretty good. Where you have like interesting stats that let you make different characters, which makes the playthrough play out differently. I also like I like when they do like hidden checks. Sometimes they show the failure, which I kind of don't like. But I like that like having high perception will trigger like special checks and stuff like that in dialogue. Just like observational things, thoughts, information. Those kind of things are cool. And you don't really need much more than that. But then you could also... Like, being a spy isn't necessarily about stealth or sneaking. It's could be about infiltration, just playing a role, that kind of stuff, that kind of spying. But it could also involve stealth, and there could be like sections in the game that just have like a stealth check, you know? Just like in Disco Elysium, there's like one place, there's like one moment in the entire game that actually like uses coordination for shooting somebody. You know? It's really all about just what the story is about. And the actual like mechanics, I feel, is more about like creating a feel and like a framing, a theme for the game, more than it is about having like deep, cool mechanics. The phosphorus glow of a Luminosol Elite 82. Cartoon figures dart on the screen. Oh yeah, I was gonna just check again here.
You return to the rack of clothing.
Browse the rack.
The rack sways kinda cool. But is that all you are, Cascade?
I'm a visionary of cool.
You're special when you know it. You deserve an outfit that tells everybody else that you know it.
Carmuna, do you have any extra special pieces for an extra special girl?
An extra special girl would not have to ask Menina. She would be able to see the right thing for herself.
Oh no, I don't have it.
You'll show her. Search harder. Search better. Attention-seeking fashion does not befit an operant, Cascade.
Carmuna, I can't find anything good.
Good? What's the use in good? Don't look for good. Good is what gets people in a blue jeans and collared shirts. Let your senses roam, Menina.
Okay.
The right thing will call to you.
That's actually something I wanted to test. So, if there's a repeatable, you actually want to just mash it instantly, because that way, if you get a +1 from the rest of the dialogue, you can do it again. Failure. Now, I'm not really a huge fan of all this rolling. It's one of the things I dislike about both this game and Disco Elysium.
With what? You're a spy, not a seamstress.
I just don't really like skill rolls that much. But it's also hard to not do it. Like, I want to say Tides of Numenera is one of the only games where I kind of like the way they do things with that, but every time I say that, I just remember that when I go back and actually play the game, there's like 2 places in the game where they do it the way I think is cool. Where it's not just about succeeding or failing, it's about branches in the story, right? Like, failing on a skill check means that something else happens. And not just like, yeah, you can't open the chest, it's like something else happens. Which you can't necessarily do in all scenarios, but I think that's a good way to do it in general, where sometimes failing is just... I think Powered by the Apocalypse does that in terms of TTRPG. I mean, in reality, all games do that. Or all systems do that. It's just a matter of, like, that's just a writing thing, really, right? You could do that in, like, D&D or whatever. It's really just about coming up with an interesting reaction to, like, you failing to do something. But in actual pen and paper RPGs, that's actually like what it does, right? Like, you failing on something is meant to create the story. Like that's what the system does in like D&D or GURPS or whatever you're playing. When you're rolling the dice, it generates the story. It's not really about like the system or like succeeding or failing. It's about stimulating what's happening. And it doesn't translate that well into video games. Because in the video game, everything is more rigid. So you failing is just a failure. And you don't have like a GM who can just be like, oh, you failed, oh, this is what happens now. Or you're spending too much time here, like the guards are coming, or, you know, someone walks in on you, or whatever. Unless they like specifically code that and write that into the actual game, which they almost never do. But I think they should. I think they should do that more. Buy something.
Hangers scrape against metal as you thumb through the racks. Foreign material shifts under your fingers. Cool and unfamiliar.
Discount for you, Menina.
Brown sweatpants, leather trousers, vaquero boots. Okay, so I don't want any of these. Also, everything is super expensive and I only have 14 bucks.
You turn away.
Okay. Well, that didn't help us at all.
He's going to melt his head.
The girl leans in closer to the television set.
On the TV, a giant wolf-like creature stands up on its hind legs and howls. Its fur bristles gold. Dangerous, mythical, electrifying. No wonder the kids are watching this.
Keep watching.
Suddenly, the beast roars and light floods the screen. It's followed by a wet, pulpous sound. The show's art style is identical to the wolf cub you came across.
Ecstatic Wolf is awake.
Sword-wielding child. The boy grins at the television, gripping the toy sword on his belt a little tighter.
LED lights are distributed evenly along the blade. Durable PVC hilt with textured grip. Impressive armament.
Nice sword. Where's it from?
It's from the best show ever. 66 Wolves. They make it in La Luz.
And what is 66 Wolves about?
It's about a girl who has 66 chambers in her heart. And each one contains a wolf. And the wolves come out to make war with the angels because they want to take over the world.
And the wolves have sick weapons and really cool attacks. This is Pathos Wolf's flaming claymore.
So true. Full sword. That's the real deal, Nod.
Yeah, my auntie brought it back with her from a trip.
Auntie going on trips to Lelouch. Must be a high flyer. Rare in Portofino.
Do your friends also like 66 wolves?
Everyone loves it. Some of the grown-ups like it, even though it's a cartoon.
Notice that the broadcast is in Mercian, not Lusian. Dubbed for a foreign audience.
It does seem pretty cool.
Don't tell that to the music man. He hates it.
He casts a glance at a nearby stall.
Following the kid's line of sight, you land on Petre, who stands at the front of his stall obsessively cleaning a disc.
All he has are those discs. More of a tragic figure, I'd say.
Well, maybe he should stop then.
He says he won't sell the music discs because it would poison our brain with sonic excrements.
Maybe he has a point there.
But then why does he sell the other Lucian discs? He's a big loser.
That's true. What about Portofiron cartoons? Do you watch those?
I don't know any. Do you know any, maybe?
Wait, I remembered those. From when I was little. There was one with puppets arguing a lot, and another with a green cat who was also a thief to help people.
Were they any good?
They looked old and ugly. Mom said she watched them as a kid too. This is so much better.
True, dude.
Death to puppets.
He grips the hilt of his sword. What do you know about Lelouch?
It's the place where they make all the cool stuff. It's not like here. I bet they even have flying tuk-tuks.
Ridiculous. These wobbling open chassis abominations can barely function on solid ground.
And also we have cousins over there.
He turns to his sister.
Some Portofirans refer to Lusians as strange cousins, a nod to this island's colonial past.
Is your family from Lelouch then?
No, we were born here. And Mom is from Anson.
Certainly not part of Lelouch. It's a wealthy state in the developed world, known for its bogs and poets.
I asked Mom if our cousins could come over one day, and she said it's hard because Lelouch is so far.
A mere 4-hour flight, but there are no commercial flights between Portofino and the Illuminated Empire.
I've learned a lot today.
But we barely told you anything. We can tell you everything about 66 wolves. So you can just ask, okay?
I found a strange cup. I think it's from the wolf show?
Whoa, I've never seen one up close. You're lucky.
Historically, you're closer to the opposite.
Are they rare or something?
Rarest.
Tell me more about these cups.
They're big, and each one looks like one of the 66 wolves. But you can't buy them anymore.
Why not?
Because no one has any. The boat people brought some cups once, but then the adults went crazy and bought them all.
What about bootleg cups? Can't you get those instead?
The toy stall had some. But no one wanted those because they were so ugly. The wolves looked all melted.
How many of them are there?
66. You know, like the wolves.
Yes, of course.
We've only seen the ones from the Redemption Arc. That's one of them.
The Redemption Arc has 6 cups. There's Tyrant Wolf, Placid Wolf, Dream Wolf, Critical Wolf, Stubborn Wolf, and Eager Wolf.
Is there anything special about these cups?
Special? What do you mean?
Well, they must be popular for a reason.
You can drink from them. There's a straw.
And they look like wolves.
This one seems to be thinking. Show them Critical Wolf's cup.
Whoa. He looks even smarter than in the show. Remember when he cast Lexicon Apocalypse and wiped out like 50 angels from history?
Uh-huh. After he found their real names in the bottomless library. Critical Wolf can be scary, but he's the smartest one.
That's it for now, kids.
Alright. So, what now?
I have some questions about you two.
You can ask us about whatever.
No, remember what Mom said. Okay, you can ask some stuff because there's people around, and I can scream real loud.
Good that you're listening to your mom.
Yep.
Have you seen someone new around here? A man in suit? Like I don't need to ask this, but sure.
The music man wears glasses, and sometimes double glasses. It looks dumb.
She doesn't mean him. He's been here since forever. And he doesn't wear suits.
Yeah, they have no idea.
Has anything odd happened around here lately?
Odd? Like, how odd?
Like the adults acting differently than usual?
We know Malan's dad is missing. She's been really worried.
Did Malin show you his picture too?
We know what her dad looks like, because he's been here before. But she's been showing everyone else just in case.
The vendor's concern is genuine then.
Are you going to find her dad?
Regrettably, I am just a sock importer.
But someone has to help her.
Can we talk about less sad stuff now?
Where are your parents?
Mom's at home. We live on a boat.
Oh, so I think they are the children of yeah, most likely. What about your dad?
We don't know him. Mom didn't have fun with him. But that's when I was really little, so I don't remember.
At least you have your mom.
Yeah. Mom is all we need.
She's awesome.
Why aren't you at school?
Why aren't you at work?
I'm at work. I'm a sock importer.
Well, we don't need socks, so... And there is no school today anyway. Or tomorrow.
How come?
That's how it is now. We have 2 weeks of school. And then 2 weeks of nothing.
She looks down.
Portofero's rampant privatization has hit its public infrastructures too.
Antonio's mom said it's because foreign politicians. He's my friend. He lives on another houseboat.
A houseboat. That's nice. Pretend you didn't hear the other part.
No school for 2 more weeks. Yay.
But in the meantime, you just wait?
No. We do loads of stuff. Like watch TV.
True.
Sometimes I go to the canal with Antonio and the others.
We have homework. I make sure he does his. But it's not the same.
I'm sorry this is happening to you. You deserve better.
That's really nice. Maybe it'll be okay.
I don't want to talk about dumb school anymore. Can we talk about anything else?
I'm looking for a man. His name's Tempo.
That's not a real name.
Tempo, tempo, tempo.
The boy claps his hands and giggles.
An echo of your former asset, clapping his hands together, urging dock workers to pick up the pace.
Where do you hear that?
From the big man.
He's always shouting and stuff. Is that who you mean?
Have you seen him around?
I don't think he's here today. Or yesterday. Or the day before yesterday.
I haven't heard him shout funny stuff either. Maybe ask one of the grown-ups.
Any suggestions?
Try Carmuna. She and the big man talked a lot, and they argued sometimes.
Already talked to her. Anyone else?
Not really. But I hope you find him.
Thanks, kids.
Tempo.
Okay.
The children ignore you.
Oh.
A low, tilting shelf marked in heavy block letters. Despised subgenres. Various sections are separated.
I don't want to look
Shelf
at
stand,
discs.
Meticulously organized. A monument. It's like there's lead rings weighing down the river.
Do you understand now? I
Oh,
if I
please.
didn't.
Goodbye.
Turn your attention.
Maybe we can use my big lockpick.
You stand before Tempo's door once more.
Are you in there, teenage girl?
No answer.
Carmuna called you a hussy. Do you have a response?
Silence.
Tempo, it's me, brother. I'm back.
Silence from the other side.
Are you already beyond my
You
reach?
get no answer. No twitch or shuffle behind the metal. But you get an impression of the room. A vibration. Somewhere between crime scene and radioactive accident.
Give it a light kick.
A brief tremor runs through the metal, but it doesn't budge. Stop. Don't enter. Don't break this seal. This doesn't have to be yours. You step back from the door.
Like, I need lockpicks.
With awkward reverence, you approach the shrine again.
Say a prayer to Polaris.
You adjust your position and gather the appropriate reverence. The audience of framed strangers watches you in silence.
Pray to yourself.
A prayer of interference.
I came back, Polaris.
Your words hang in the air, brittle as glass.
Preserve me from... Give me strength, focus, energy, and...
The noise of the world beyond the alley dims. Sunlight flickers, casting jagged shadows across the photographs.
Protect me from myself.
Your words are gone as they are uttered, careered upwards on the air's invisible wires.
Okay.
A collection of each heavy with significance. Between them lie offerings and totems, a necklace, some out of circulation coins, an old packet of smokes.
Look for the photograph of Malin's father among the offerings.
There's no sign of the missing vendor. Prayers flit amongst the offerings, answered or ignored. Who knows? Dock workers' voices carry to you on the breeze, breaking the shrine's strange peace.
I think we should take a little nap before it becomes too late, but we can't sleep yet, I think. We can sleep in 3 hours. So we got a blessing. What was that? Blessed by Polaris. Doppelgang +1, Cold Read +1, Entanglement +1. Okay. Conditioning. Latest synthetic desires. Years of living in the People's Republics have left you defenseless against the developed world's most semiotically advanced advertisements. This requires further exploration, followed by a ruthless autocritique. I don't understand what this means. Violations. Temporarily lose reinforced effect. Gained action disadvantage when purchasing bootlegged goods. Okay, so we... Okay, so this is how it works. If you do this thing, you gain this. But it doesn't say what that is. Gain action disadvantage. It's like here. Gain relation disadvantage when failing red checks. This is it. We have it. This means whenever we fail a red check, we become sad. And this one, I don't know what forgetting it, like you can forget. No. Where was the suppression button?
Congratulations, you fell for the attractive coffee lady. Is safe house everywhere?
Nothing yet.
Nothing ever. But you will buy another can in the search for it. You desire the red and black coffee because you see the attractive woman with compelling hair and you believe in her more than yourself.
Wait, so I don't actually want the coffee?
What you desire is not the red and black coffee, but the solidity of soul that comes with knowing the coffee is your desire.
You won, therefore you are. Existence is confirmed by what it lacks.
That's what the whole fucking thing is about. An eternal shell game of desires, deferred and approximated.
Doesn't that mean no one ever gets what they want?
Pretty clever, isn't it? We are made to unrealized desire by the caffeinated deception and the appealing armed women who enforce it.
Just enjoy your coffee like a normal person.
It is not your tongue that tastes the milky sweetness, but the tongue of another inside your own mouth.
Okay. I can unlock another thought. Oh, it costs a skill point. Well, maybe if we find something. But like, I don't know what the point of suppressing it is. I think suppressing it is just a failure of internalizing it, and that's it. All right, let's head down over here. Well, maybe there's something up there. Or you.
Finally, someone with courtesy. Do you know when the 9 is coming?
A handsome man shifts in place, glancing over his shoulder towards the tram lines. Suitcases surround him.
I'm just out for a walk.
Ah, sorry to bother you, madame. I suppose not everyone is stranded here like myself.
Line 9 isn't running. They haven't finished constructing it, and it won't ever be finished.
But how can that be? A gentleman from the Carabineros said it would be in service any day now.
A handsome foreigner. The Carabineros were playing a trick on him.
You'd think with all the MTER money this place has gotten, they'd have fixed their aerotrams.
Sorry about your situation.
I can't believe this. Where I'm from, the gendarmerie are bright and civic-oriented. What am I supposed to do now?
Have you seen my colleague by any chance? Middle-aged man, medium height, brown jacket, bald spot? Like, we don't need to ask about this anymore. All I see is the inferior version of the DE's thought mechanics. It's the exact same system, but so far I just haven't really seen anything interesting there. And that's the thing, right? Like if the thoughts just aren't interesting or anything, then it's kind of whatever.
I was simply passing through on my way back home to Sundark. I had been working in Copa Blanco, but the work dried up.
His eyes dart ever so slightly.
That was more than a week ago, and, well, here I am.
Despite his predicament, he's kept up with hygiene. His beard is shaved, his nails well manicured.
What line of work are you in?
I'm a political economist by training.
It must be said, this is the most handsome political economist you've ever encountered.
That's what you're doing here? Political economy?
Well, not in so many words.
So what are you doing here?
How to put this? You're surely familiar with the concept. A somewhat rich, older lady wants a nice exotic husband without the lifelong commitment, yes? Meanwhile, a clean, well-behaved man from the periphery wants to see the world but lacks the necessary capital. The woman pays for his relocation and gains a valuable commodity. A high-quality Sunni's husband.
Say no more, I've heard enough.
Right, of course.
A man turns back to his...
Water gurgles beneath. Sound like a rabbit's heartbeat escapes from the man's headphones. First whiff is a gift from me. Something's in there. Requires lockpick. Alright, well, we're gonna stop there. I cannot talk to more NPCs today. Also, it's late anyway. But I will, honestly, I think I'm gonna give this game one more day. If it doesn't get going, I think I'm gonna give up. Because it's... We're 6 hours in, and I just cannot get the game to progress. I don't know what to do. Because that's the thing, like, in Disco Elysium, the game instantly gets going. Like, right away, there's a case. And you have to figure it out without remembering who the fuck you are. Here, you know who you... Like, you actually, like, don't even actually have lost your memories or anything. But you don't have a goal. You don't have an assignment. You do, I don't know. Like, I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know. Like, there's just no reason. Like, we're not doing anything here at all. Like, the game doesn't have a story so far. It's just nothing. I don't know. Anyhow. That'll be that. I'm gonna go eat ice cream. Until next time. Thanks for hanging. Have a good night. Bye-bye.